Happy Monday, everyone. Today is dollar day at my Goodwill, so I'm out here just waiting for them to open. It's got about 30 minutes, so I figured I'd go ahead and make a YouTube. If it's your first time on the channel, my name is Ryan. I'm a full-time reseller on sites like eBay and Poshmark, and today I just kind of wanted to talk a little bit about some changes I made over the weekend. So the first thing that was a change for me is I have decided to drop Spadeberry, or what was it, Better to Lister. It was TechNSports thing he created, and then he sold it, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's just my problem is I wasn't using it enough, and I would forget that, hey, I still have credits to use, and if you don't use them, you lose them. So I was like, all right, I'm just not using enough. And then I'm having to rush to use all the listings. And what it is, it's an AI tool to create listings. Well, I already have Nifty because I use it as a cross lister, and I love Nifty. Nifty is great. And their AI creation tool was so at the time, about a year ago. And so I never really used it because it was always giving just wrong titles, wrong measurements. I didn't really like it of a year ago, but now they have kind of like tweaked a couple of things, and it gives all these nice keywords for Poshmark and Depop, and I feel like I'm selling a lot more on Poshmark. And I had 2 sales in one day on Depop, which is crazy. I mean, come on. I mean, I don't sell really on Depop, so I guess I need to start saying also sell on Depop. Maybe. I'm slowly getting my listings. The problem with listing all my stuff on Depop is when I first started full-time, I was just kind of using a default, like I was using, what was it, not calculated shipping, but just a flat rate shipping on items. So like on all my like polos and like dress shirts, it was $6.99. And you know, things that I knew were over a pound, I would put like $8.99, like on all my jeans. And then like shirts, I did $4.99. Well, fast forward to now, things have increased with the post office, which is nothing new. You know, it increased every year, and it's expected to increase. That's just part of it. Well, I have recently started to, while I'm taking my pictures, I lay it on the scale and get the correct measurement. Your main measurements are going to be 4 ounces, 8 ounces, 12 ounces, 15 ounces, kind of 1 pound, but even from 15 ounces to 1 pound, it can differ so much. And then over a pound. I mean, that's most of my items. And I don't really have that many items that go over 2 pounds because I mainly do clothing now. There are a couple of like bulk orders that I shipped one today. Someone bought 2 pairs of shoes and a pair of shorts, and it was like 4 pounds, 2 ounces. Well, with calculated shipping, you know, they could add it all to their cart and pay what the calculated shipping is. So why I kind of switched to calculated is I'm selling a lot of items closer to me. So I'm shipping things to Texas that are only costing, like pants, which would cost, if I ship to Virginia, it's going to cost $8.80 on some parts, and then the rural parts could be like $10. So that $8.99, I'd be sometimes losing money, sometimes not. Well, now I'm shipping to like Texas, and it's not even costing them $7 for a pair of pants shipped to them, which is great. And also how eBay calculates, you know, all their fees, shipping on top of it, shipping's included as well, when they kind of calculate how much they're going to take from me for fees. So this calculated shipping thing has actually made me more money. You might say like, yeah, but you're losing money on your shipping materials and things like that. I just calculated it into the price of the item, and I'm selling a lot more items close by now. And because of that, it's it's been really great. Like, obviously Texas is a big state, so I have that next to me, but I'm still selling to California and also Florida a lot. And I'm selling this is polo season right now, so I'm selling a lot of polos. And instead of that $6.99, people are getting it. If it's like Florida, it's going like $6.09, or even if it's in Texas, it's like $5.80. So people are getting discount. I'm adding kind of the price on there. I will say, for my size measurements, I always just put 9, 11, and 4. And some of the times when the items are over a pound, usually I'm able to change that to 9, 11, and 3, where it saves me like 20 cents. And I kind of calculate, well, there's my poly bag, or there's my, shipping labels, things like that. And that's how I kind of see it as. But yeah, I guess I am losing some on shipping, but I'm selling a lot more. I think closer you can kind of get to that free shipping, where buyers see that, is going to be kind of the better. It's hard to compete when someone says free shipping, but I don't want to do free shipping because of returns. It kind of complicates things. So I like to put at least what the shipping is. Please let me know. Are you using flat rate shipping? Are you using calculated shipping? I will say it does take a little bit more time, but I keep my scale right next to me. So as soon as I'm done with my picture, I put it in the poly bag, and then I lay it on the scale and take a picture of what the weight is. So it doesn't take that much time, but I have seen better results from it, especially for items that are over a pound. Now Poshmark, obviously if it's under 5 pounds, it's just one flat rate. So I've been doing a lot of bulk orders, a lot of polo bundles here lately, which has been kind of great. I will say I am thinking about hiring a new employee. I don't have any employees, but I'm thinking about bringing on my nephew to kind of help take pictures with me and things like that. So I've been kind of asking in the community of how should I guess pay him. And it's either two ways. It's per set of items, like a whole, like here's a polo, the whole set of say 8 pictures, that's this certain amount. I'm thinking maybe $1 a set of pictures. I don't know. Or there's the hourly rate that paying, say, I don't know. I mean, I live in Oklahoma, so rates are a little bit cheaper, and also I'm gonna have to teach him. So I'm thinking like maybe $10 an hour if it's, just a start, and then as he progresses, I can pay him more in my thought process, I guess. But it's still kind of up in the air. I had him come with me last week just for a day to take pictures, and obviously he's learning, so he's going to be a little slower than especially how I am, because I can usually knock out anywhere from 15 to 20 in an hour. And I know you're probably like, man, that's slow. I can knock out this. Also, I take a lot of photos. So a lot of my listings are, your full body, then I do a half body, then I do your neck tag, then I do your pit to pit, your length, and then I do your material tag, then I flip it around back, take a picture of the back, and if there's any kind of like logos, I'll take a picture of that, and then any flaws. So I mean, that can kind of take a little bit of time. I use my phone, the one I'm actually recording on, for my videos. So I do have a spare phone that I was letting him use to take the pictures, but I'm also kind of like phone, camera. I could get a camera, but then upload it, but I don't know how well that will be. So I'm still kind of playing with this idea of how to really tweak it just right. I would love to hear from someone if you have employees and kind of how you manage it. I kind of watched TechNSports, one of his old videos of how his whole layout is. Obviously, I'm just doing this out of my house. I would love to get a warehouse one of these days, but I'm slowly building. I am just about to hit 1 year. I got like 2 more weeks and I'll be at 1 year of doing this full time. And I will say it has been one of the best decisions I've ever made. I love it. I just love what it's been able to do for me. And it's just so great. I love it. So those are some of the changes that I'm going to be kind of making. Is I dropped Spadeberry. I'm going all in on Nifty. I'm using it to help me create the different listings, mainly because of all the keyword features. When I do cross lists, it just does amazing with, in my opinion. I'm thinking, sorry, our weather has been all over the place. We just had like 55 miles an hour wind over this past weekend. Right now it's 21 degrees, and then this next coming weekend it's supposed to be like 90 degrees. So it's, yeah, don't mind me. So I lost my train of thought, which is nothing new. I'm about to probably bump up my Nifty as well. It was at like 500 smart credits, which is what you use to make your listings, and I might bump it up to, I guess it's 1,000, which is more than I need. But if I do hire someone, I would like to go from 20 listings a day to really 50 listings a day is what I would really like to do. There's a couple of different people that I watch online that they're high volume sellers, and it kind of makes me like, I kind of want to get to that point of where I'm at. Cougar's Corner is one of them, and also the Resale Brothers. They both are great companies. They're high volume people, but I kind of want to get to their level. Kinda. Obviously I want to really focus on the high sell-through items. They both have, I think, like 10,000 plus item stores. I have a 3,000 item store, which is a lot. Even to me, it's a lot. And just a solo operation, that's a lot, I will say. You know, this morning I had to pack, I think, like 25 packages, which isn't bad. I sold 55 items over the weekend, about $1,500 in sales. Just over Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So that, I mean, it was a pretty good weekend, honestly. But I want to really bump it up. I just looked at Cougar's Corner Facebook posts, and if you're not following them on YouTube or Facebook, please go give them a follow. They are great, like absolutely great. Really nice people. They just dropped a video, kind of about me video, and I thought it was really interesting to hear about them. But their weekend, they sold like 44 or $4,000 worth of items. So my, you know, 1,500 to $4,000. I mean, I want to get to their level. Obviously there's 2 of them and it's just me, but I don't know. I just keep trying to push. And I think wherever you're at, it doesn't matter. I'm in Tulsa, Oklahoma, so you know, it doesn't really matter where you're at. You can find this stuff anywhere. I think they're in Missouri somewhere up north. So, and I don't think they live in a big town. I think they're kind of, I think I looked and they are just like east of like the Kansas City area. So I can't remember the town they live around. So I mean, anywhere you're at, you can do this stuff. You just have to get out there and look. But the biggest thing is time. Time is so important. That's why I want to bring on someone else too. You know, it's 2 of them. The Resale Brothers is 2 of them, and I think they have family help possibly. I can't remember. I know they were using like VAs here and there, and I think I'd be all right if I had a picture taker. I think that would help me so much. But also I gotta help them out, you know, to learn. So, but Spadeberry gone. Nifty, I think I'm bumping it up. It's gonna be what I'm using really going forward. Obviously I'm gonna have to tweak some things. And also Nifty, their home screen gives you like goals now, which I thought is really cool. Like my goal is for, I think, 8,400, and that puts me at making 100,000 for the year, and that is my goal. I am going to make 100,000 for the year. I'm really pushing for it, and obviously I want to push for more than that. So this is just kind of an update of what's going on. I appreciate anybody that's made it this far in the video. Please give it a like. Please comment below, especially if you've hired someone to help you out. I would love to hear kind of like what you did, and because it would help me as well. Just kind of know, I want to do him right, but also I know I got to teach him. But we'll see you next time. I appreciate you stopping by. Please subscribe if you want to catch more content like this. Bye.